Hey y'all, welcome back to Skydive TV. My name is Bo Reeby and I'm here at the 6th FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. We're just outside Montreal at Parachutisme Nouvelle Air, where we have competitors from over 25 different countries swooping this pond behind me, coming in. They're gonna go far, they're gonna go fast, and they're gonna try their best to land right on target. At the end of the week, we're gonna have a new Canopy Piloting World Champion. Who do you think it'll be? Stay tuned with Skydive TV.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
Hey everybody, welcome to Parachutisme Nouvelle Air in Farnham, Canada.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
I'm here with Nick Batch, former world champion. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing, Bo?
Doing well, thanks. So tell us why you're here and what you're doing now.
Just out here at the World Championships this year, doing a little coaching for a lot of my friends, coaching about 10 or 12 different countries right now and helping them through their paces, getting them ready for the big meet. Yeah.
How is it being on the other side of things, not as a competitor and now as a coach?
You know, it's changed quite a bit. I've been coaching for about 10 years now and competing for over a decade. And I'll tell you what, it's a hardship trying to be here and watch them do it. But at the same time, I really enjoy watching them and helping them inspire them and helping them become what they want to become in the sport. So it means a lot to me because part of what I'm doing is becoming what they're doing.
Yep, and you're doing great at it. Are you, as you're watching them, do you feel like you wish you could be jumping, or are you happy to like sit here on the ground and really give your all into the coaching effort?
Yeah, well, you know, I had to come across a big decision coming out here that I would give 110% to my students regardless of my own personal thoughts and feelings of me not competing this year. And that was a really big overcoming moment because I didn't want to take away anything from those people, and I wanted to give them a positive, enlightening experience prior to their World Championships. But I am suffering from my own, you know, not making the U.S. team and the situation that occurred because I would, of course, like to be competing in this year's championships, and part of me not making the team is part of my retirement. So I just unfortunately chose a year earlier than I wanted to. Who had come out to this event and they're not even jumping in the championships. They just wanted to coach and train with me, and I was nearby.
Awesome. So. Are you going to be coaching full-time now all throughout the States, all throughout the world?
Yeah, mostly we're going to put the curriculum out as much as possible and get out there and really hopefully spend more time prior to competitions where most competitors where I'm training to help them develop their skill sets. And I think that that's the best opportunity to take care of the sport a little bit. It's hard to leave something that you've done so much for and then not try to leave your mark on it even after you're gone. So we'll see what happens, you know, and maybe I'll get an invite for the World Air Games as a guest or something, or even just one of the competitors for the wild card slots. But if I can't compete in this year's event, that's a really hard slot to get. So.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
Hey, I'm here with the event organizer, Martin LeMay. We're in the city of Farnham right now. So Martin, can you tell us what's going on here tonight?
Well, tonight we're having a welcome meet and greet organized by the mayor and its team. We're going to have all competitors, judges, accompanying person come and meet city officials and have a beer, chat, and it's a good way to welcome everybody in Farnham.
Awesome. How has the city responded to hosting this event for 2 years now? Last year was the World Cup. This year is the World Championships. How does Farnham treat it?
Well, Farnham, to start with, likes the drop zone, likes the vibe it brings a lot of clientele, and now that we can bring people from over 20 countries in town, they're really responding well, they're helpful, and we can see it by the dinners we're going to have tonight.
So we're here with the mayor of Farnham, Joseph Osler, and translating for the help is Karen Provo. So, sir, I'm wondering what an event like the World Championships of Canopy Piloting, how does that affect the town of Farnham? What is it like bringing this event here and all of the competitors?
Qu'est-ce que ça amène à la ville? On parle toujours du Canada, hein? Ben là, vous êtes ici au Québec.
So like in like really big event, like usually we always talk about Canada, and right now he's sharing and he's really proud because Farnham is a little city in Quebec, and then it's really like something big for him to have all those people from all over the world to compete in his little town.
You've seen a lot of cities grow and go down the economies. How does bringing all these people to Farnham affect the economy of such a small little town like you said it is?
Quand vous avez un jeu qui s'appelle un...
Yeah, that's true. So actually the competition is really bringing something like to the city, but the drop zone here is like the university of the skydiving here in Canada, so it brings already lots of tourists and everything, so for sure it's more like something of being proud, but like everybody who's traveled to come jump and everything already bring lots of support during the summer for this town.
Where would you like to see skydiving in Farnham go? Do you want to see it continue to grow? Are you happy with the way it's moving, and where do you see the future of skydiving in Farnham?
Mais on espère toujours que ça devient plus...
We always want more, but actually just having the drop zone here, it brings like it gives like 40 jobs to like little students or people around. So, but like everybody, we always want more.
I have one last question. Have you jumped?
Yeah, 2 times.
2 times?
2 times.
And you liked it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we got a skydiver here. I'm here with the mayor of Farnham, Joseph Osler, and our kind translator, Karen Provo. You're watching Skydive TV. Stay tuned.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel.
If you at home have any questions for our competitors or the judges, feel free to hashtag us at #SkydiveTV on all the social media sites. We're closing up shop here for the day, so our competitors got their training jumps in. Some of the athletes are still going to be arriving tomorrow, as well as some of the judges. Stay tuned with us here at Skydive TV as we bring you all the action. I'm Bo Reeby. Good night. Hello and good morning from us at Skydive TV. It's Monday morning here in Farnham. We're looking at cloudy skies right now, but it's the last day for training, so we're crossing our fingers that the skies clear later in the afternoon. It should open up. The competitors should get some training jumps in this afternoon, and then at 5:30 tonight we have the opening ceremonies for the World Canopy Piloting Championships. Stay tuned with us at Skydive TV. It's going to be a great day.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
The forecast is looking pretty bright, actually. We're pretty lucky. Tomorrow, Tuesday, which marks the start of the competition, is looking to be a sunny day all day long. Wednesday looks sunny as well with light winds. Thursday looks right now partly cloudy, but mostly sunny, that means. So hopefully moving forward, we have nothing but beautiful weather here at the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. Stay tuned. Moving from the World Cup last year into the World Championships this year, is anything different?
Basically not. Last year was very much a trial run, and any difficulties or challenges we had then, we've ironed them out. And basically, it's a rerun from last year, and hopefully we'll have a little better weather. We have fewer competitors because the rules say that a World Cup, a country can have as many as 12 competitors. The World Championships, that's reduced to 8. At the moment, we have 81 competitors. The only thing that I have any anxiety about is, like any meet director, is the weather. Everything else you can pretty well control.
Yeah.
The one thing you have no control over is the weather.
Is Mother Nature.
Mother Nature will have her way.
Yeah, well, I hope you've been doing your rain dances or your sun dances or whatever it is.
What the FAI controller is responsible for is making sure the rules are followed, that money goes where it's supposed to go. So I'm sort of the in-between person for the organizer and the event and the competitors, and just to make sure everything stays official.
So a lot of your role is probably before the competition. You've probably been working on this for how long?
I started working on it, actually I was the FAI controller last year, so this year became a little bit easier. Last year what I did is I made a preliminary visit to the site to make sure that everything was where it needed to be, and that, you know, announcements could be heard out at the pond, and, you know, sort of technical things were met so that there wouldn't be any future problems. So my job is really a hand-holding one for the organizer to sort of take him through a world that he might not be used to yet, which is the FAI and the IPC.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
It is a very tight competition. The density and the performance is very tight. So you really have to look for exactly look for what's going on to give the correct scores. So also it's a lot of work for the judges to really focus in giving the right calls in order to get the right competitor, the right result.
How is hosting an event like this? It's your second year now that you've hosted the World Cup, World Championship. How is it moving into the second year?
Much easier, I'll tell you that. Last year was not a nightmare. It was just tricky to organize and host and accommodate and feed all these people. And this year with the experience, it's easier, it's runs smoother, and I'm happy and less stressed, and now I feel that I can go compete with them now. Good luck. May the best pilot win.
Awesome. I'm here with Martin LeMay.
Hello, Brazil! Let's go, Brazil! Yeah, it's amazing. It's a very good opportunity for us. We love skydiving because we are here, and then it's our Olympic Games.
In Brazil, is there a lot of canopy piloting? Is it supported by your country, by your federation?
This year we did get a really good help that it was unprecedented before. You know, we finally met the criteria that the government looks for to be able to, you know, provide quite a good help. You know, and this year the team all you know, met the criteria of, you know, the things that they were looking for. You know, like placing top 3 in a competition with 5 countries at least, and we all got a pretty good help, so we're pretty stoked about that. And you know, we can only hope that we can keep the work going, so we can keep getting the help, you know, every year.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel.
How is it being here representing your country in Argentina at these World Championships?
It feels great, and that's why we love to be in international competitions. We love tubing, but to dress our colors is awesome.
Is skydiving in your country very supported? Does it support you in this journey?
Yes, there's a small federation with not many skydivers, but for like second time in the history, we get good support to be in this competition. They get us the inscriptions, and we're working with the government to make it better. So hopefully we can go in a good path and keep growing.
I'm here with Team España, Team Spain at the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. How many World Championships or World Cups have you participated in, Pablo?
Maybe 15, like 15 world meets, yeah, like World Cups, World Championships, World Games, World Air Games, yeah.
At that experience level, how is it coming into an event like this?
You know what, man? I just wish it was a bigger sport and it was just at a higher level, you know, higher scale of a sport. It's just, for me now, it's just a fun week, you know. That's it. All good.
Do you someday want to see swooping, canopy piloting, skydiving in the Olympics?
I wish, but I won't. I don't think I'm gonna get there in time.
Viva España!
It will be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
We enjoy the show, and it's amazing to have you guys here, Skydive TV, to be able to broadcast it and play it on live, so people can enjoy what we do. You know.
Thank you.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
We got the whole Team USA over here. How are we doing, everybody?
Good.
All right, can we go by and have everyone introduce themselves?
I'm Kurt Bartholomew.
I'm Paul Rodriguez.
Matt Scholl. Tommy Delaback.
Albert Scholl.
Ian Bobo. Joe Ablin.
Greg Winmiller.
I'm Justin Price, and you missed one down there.
Joe Brzezinski.
Sorry, Joe. Awesome. Okay, guys, what's it mean to be up here representing the U.S.?
It's awesome, man. It means everything.
Yeah? Are you looking forward to the competition? What's on your mind going into it?
Just get out and have some fun.
Okay. What's your favorite discipline, favorite event?
Distance. Gotta love going far, yep.
What about you?
Accuracy.
Okay, as taller guys, does that give you an advantage? You know, you got more weight on the wing?
No, not at all.
Ian, you've been doing this for a while. What world meet is this for you? Do you know?
I have lost count, honestly. Somebody else can tell me what it's been.
Are you still as nervous, excited? Do you still get the jitters?
Yeah, for sure. It's a good energy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here every time. It's awesome. Yeah.
Joe, coming from the Golden Knights, you are the only Golden Knight here competing. Is that correct?
Current Golden Knight, Greg here, just retired from the Golden Knights after many years in the Army. So.
Greg, so it's your first civilian competition in probably a while. Is that right?
It is.
How does it feel?
I can do what I want. No, it feels good. It feels good. It's always an honor to be representing the United States in the world level competition. So it's still like, you know, it's humbling. It's a very good honor.
Great to have you here. Justin, you're walking. Congrats.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good. It's right foot and then left foot, so I'm feeling good.
One in front of the other.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Well, whole Team USA over here. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Good luck. Any last words for anybody?
Want a battle cry? Call in 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go! What does it mean to be here representing Russia?
Man, it means everything. Like, representing Russia is what we were born to do, right? We were born, we jumped out of our mother's wounds to represent our country. So we're here, and we're proud, and we're gonna kick ass. Пользуясь случаем, хочу передать привет маме, куда мы туда, да? Папе, бабушке, дедушке, деткам моим. Привет всем, дорогие. Удачи пожелайте нам, чтобы у нас все было хорошо. Будет, наверное, все почти что хорошо, но не очень. Ну, посмотрим.
Okay, all right. We got Team Russia here at the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. Thank you, guys.
We've worked very hard for this, and we've trained like the entire year for the World Championship. So I hope we can give our best performance and make everyone at home proud.
So we are so excited, and we seriously focus on the competition, and we're ready to do it.
Giuseppe, how long have you been training for this competition?
Yeah, we arrive on Tuesday and we train mostly every day. We do basically 7-8 jumps a day, and we are ready to go. Happy to be here, even this year. We were here last year, and happy to be here still competing with all the champions.
Yeah.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
Welcome back. I'm here with Team Germany. How are we doing today, fellas?
Perfect.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's a nice competition. It will be, and we have a lot of fun here.
I think it's a little bit tricky about the wind, but we will figure it out what's going on.
What's tricky about the winds right now?
I mean, right now he's constant, but yeah, to figure out where's the right setting points for everything. So that's fine.
And that changes every day, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And time. So in the morning it's different, you know.
Yeah, very glad to representing Germany for that. And very lucky that we got a training jumps today even in these tricky conditions to be ready for tomorrow when the competition starts. And yeah, hopefully we get the same conditions than today because we had some training jumps today. 3 of them. We are very lucky for that.
It's Haile Shimoni, the one representative from Israel. Haile, what's it mean to you to represent your country here?
It feels great, you know, represent a small little country. You don't have many skydivers, but it's good, feels good, you know, just out here to have some fun and represent.
Yep. I'm here with the team from the Czech Republic. Zibi, you're the coach from my understanding. So you teach them all how to go and win, yeah?
Actually not. Actually not. I'm just taking it for them because I'm responsible for the money. So my basic goal is just to take a look for them, and just if there is a problem with the money, so they are responsible for everything.
Does the Czech Republic or the Parachute Federation in the Czech Republic really support you in coming to this competition?
I think so. Yeah. We have a support from National Aero Club. That's perfect. And also we are a very small sport, so I'm really happy that I have many guys here. That's perfect for us.
I'm here with Andris Tarny from Ukraine.
My feeling is very good. I'm proud about my representatives here, my country, and I hope my competition is good.
Okay. You are the oldest competitor in this entire event. How old are you?
Yes, right. I'm 57.
57 years old.
Yes.
And how long have you been skydiving?
Oh, more than 10 years.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
Team Canada, the host nation for this event. How are we doing?
So far so good, ready to compete.
You guys are hosting this event. What's that mean to have all of these competitors from so many different nations come to Canada, to your home?
Well, it's actually really great. We're all used to travel, to go everywhere around the world, and it's fun to be at home. Even if we're not staying in our house, this is our country, this is our house.
Try to score every round, that's all matters, and do the best I can.
You know, go out, have fun, enjoy yourself, be proud to be here representing your country this week, and just do your best and be safe.
Go hard.
Go Canada.
Yeah.
We love you, Gage.
Yeah.
We're here with Team Denmark.
It's just awesome to come to Canada and compete once again. A lot of different competitors from different countries, meeting old friends again. So yeah, we're stoked.
Can you explain a little bit about what the swoop challenge was and how that training gets you ready for this event?
Yeah, for sure. Swoop challenge is just a big, massive freestyle competition for the public in the middle of a big city. It's kind of cool to do freestyle because it's all around good training to fly the canopy, and yeah, I'm definitely more comfortable about the competition after a good competition in Copenhagen.
The competitor briefing is just starting here. Remember, we have 26 different nations being represented. Buzz Bennett, the event organizer, is taking it away.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
On behalf of the Canadian Sport Parachuting Association and the Aero Club of Canada, welcome to these championships. Jump safely, have fun, make new friends, and above all, enjoy yourself. Thank you. I'd now like to hand the microphone to Ronald Overdyk.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. First, I'm very happy that we have so many competitors here from 25 nations, from 5 continents, which is very good international representation. The other thing I would like to say, this is the 6th World Championships Canopy Piloting. It's also used as a selection event for the World Games next year. There's going to be information on the process on the bulletin board in a later stage. I would like to thank CSPA and Aero Club of Canada and Nouvelle Air for organizing this event. And I know in reality most credits has to go to Nouvelle Air, Martin Lemay, because they're the persons in charge and doing most of the work. We as jury, we have had a meeting with the FAI controller, with the chief judge, with the meet director. They confirmed everything is in working order, all the contractual obligations has been met. So on behalf of the IPC and as representative of IPI, I declare this competition officially open.
And finally, have a good competition with good results and jump safely.
We just heard from Ronald Overding, who announced that the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting is officially open. We have over 80 competitors from 25 different nations waiting to get to the skies. It'll be an exciting competition. Stay tuned with Skydive TV. I'm Bo Reeby.
Hey everybody, welcome to Parachutisme Nouvelle in Farnham, Canada. So Nouvelle is a drop zone that was opened by 3 partners originally. 2 former world champions, my dad Michel Lemay and his teammate Daniel Paquette, and they opened the drop zone in 1992 with a third partner, René Pressé. So it started as a small drop zone, and they wanted to make themselves different by always being innovative and being the best drop zone out there. Started with Cessna's 182. They would do instructor assisted deployments, and it grew to what it is today, where we do tandems, train national champions, host world renowned competitions, train students, train national champions, and that's what we've evolved over the last 27 years. So right here's a manifest area. We usually have one manifest and one lady that welcomes our tandem passengers. We have obviously tandem classrooms, and what we see in the back here is our tandem gear up area. So we like to pride ourselves with the installations. We try not to have a drop zone that looks like a drop zone, you know, Messier hangar or Potter potties, and we tried to make our building like any other business building would be like. So we try to keep things clean, have nice walls, nice frames on the wall to express our professionalism and what we're trying to achieve as a skydiving school and as a business. We have 2 classrooms, one mostly for tandem training and one that is for Flight 1 courses, for PFF courses, or any refreshing classes that we give to students that may have not jumped in a while. If I take you out back, alright, so here we are. This is our debriefing room for any people who want to watch their GoPro footage. We have 3 setups that have card readers where people can watch their actual footage of jumps. We mostly use it as PFF instructors to debrief and brief our students. So we have a lot of visual aids here, wallpapers with the first jump that we're going to do, hand signals, canopy simulator, so we can teach exercises for once they're up in the air. Obviously practice boards, and one of the things I like the most about this rooms is the wallpaper that we've put. The wallpaper that we've put for landing pattern and orientation. So we can actually debrief our students with the patterns that they've done, where they're looking for. This is really actual picture. So we get our students usually pretty good, pretty quick under Canopy. One of the things I started this year is I put fly sites on my students, and I can also debrief them on one of these computers. So you know how students at the beginning has a hard time with perspective of where they actually are in altitudes and all that. So with the fly site we get good data, and we can actually see change in speed, exact points where they did their landing patterns, how did they flared at, and actually increases the students' performance a lot and rapidly. Now obviously this place is a little bit messy because it is the World Championships of Canopy Pilotng this week. But this room here is our rental gear room. So all the gears are equipped with performance design canopies. We have Javelin Odysseys for all our students. These are top of the line equipment, all of them with Skyhook, all of them with cypresses. We have canopies that range from Sabre 2 170 all the way to Navigator 280, depending on the size of the person, their experience. So we can really cater to students that are looking to progress. Some people like to keep bigger canopies for longer, and some just by their nature have the ability to get smaller canopies a little bit faster. So we can accommodate all the way down to 170. And this is our gear up area for our students. Again, you have to excuse the mess of the swoopers on site for now, but we have 85 competitors that are on site training this week. So they've really took upon our packing area. We have to say that our packing area is AC'd. Some of the things that our competitors and packers and customers really like. Good floor mat, but also air-conditioned packing area. Not every drop zone in the world can tell that they have an AC packing area. If we walk across here, this is our lounge and restaurant. It's connected to the main building. We do have cables. We have been watching Olympics for the past couple weeks, and this is a place where also tandem students, once they get their jump, if they get filmed, they can come hang out here, watch it with their family, so that everybody gets an idea of what they just did rather than have to go home and watch it. So they can watch it as a family and actually relive the experience. This is Joanne and Virginie.
Hi. Hi.
Making good food for our competitors and for our staff and for regular jumpers on a day-to-day basis. Now we're going to go back outside where we might get winded. Not so bad here. We fly a full-time otter. We are open from May 1st to October 15th. We fly a full-time otter. We do have the occasional Skyvan, and we have a Beach 18 that's on site full-time as well. Nice balcony outside, nice shaded area. One of the things that is great about Nouvelle Air here is that we have two completely separate landing areas. One on the other side of the street is for students and anybody that has a certificate of proficiency that's A, B, or C. And on the other side here, closer to the building, we use it for D license and tandems, so that two complete separate landing areas that are far and remote from the runway. So rarely any students have to cross the runway unless they make a piloting error, but otherwise they should always be away from the runway, and that's something that safety-wise is really good for our students.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel.
Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. We're starting our event. We're starting with a speed competition this morning. So, first load's getting ready. They're putting their stickers on. Who's excited? Who's ready to go? Yeah. Awesome. All right, we'll see them when they zip through the course. Stay tuned to Skydive TV.
It's awesome to be competing on home soil, and just let's go get it. Get round one out of the way and charge forward from there.
Okay.
And I'm number one, so that's first plane, first pass, first out. Otherwise known as a wind drift, so I'm super stoked because there's nice easy winds, not challenging at all. It's gonna be awesome going first, super stoked.
Right on. Set the way, show them all how it's done, yeah?
Right, yeah.
Good luck, man.
Yeah.
We got Glenn Farrell over here. Glenn, how are you feeling about load number one? You excited?
Pretty good. We're going to have the best wins out of all of the loads that are going to go up today, so hopefully will become an advantage.
All right. First jump of the competition. You got any jitters for it?
Oh, there's always round one nerves, but it's always good to post a good score.
Yeah. Tommy Postler, round one, jump one. You excited?
I'm very excited about that.
Nervous?
A little bit. Yeah, about the wind, it's very tricky today, so we'll see what's going on.
Well, we got some challenging conditions up there. We got a strong crosswind coming over the trees, but I think everybody's going to perform pretty well and go faster the course.
It's really nervous. I don't know how many competition we have to do to don't feel this stomach shaking.
Jason, speed event. What do you think?
Amping for it, bro. Amping.
You like going fast?
Always, bro. Always. Fast and hard, bro.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah, it's my first world, you know, so a little bit nervous, but let's kick some ass.
What are you telling yourself in your mind right now before this jump?
Get the gates, go as fast as possible, dirty and low.
Winds are still decent, so we'll try to get as many as possible. Go fast.
Pretty pumped, ready to go.
Ready for a speed round?
Ready for speed, is it?
Yeah.
I was going to do accuracy. Yeah, I'm ready for speed. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
All right. What canopy are you jumping for this?
Petra 67.
Petra, how fast does that take you?
That's a very good question. Hopefully fast enough is the right answer.
What speed are you shooting for?
Yeah, I think 1.9 seconds would be great.
Perfect.
You know, that'd be awesome today.
World record.
Yeah, why not?
Well, good luck, man.
Cheers.
South African competitor Matteo, how do you feel going in round one?
Good, man. Good. I'm pretty happy with the crosswind conditions. Prefer to headwind, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Hello. Well, I feel a little bit nervous, but I'm ready.
It's going to be a good competition. Good luck to everybody.
And you?
I'm so happy. My first Mundial competition. It's awesome.
Load one, round one of the speed event. Getting on the plane right now. This marks the start of the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. Let's watch them come.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
Can you explain what just happened here? It's a very, very unusual circumstance.
I'm so sorry, I haven't a lot of training. It is my first jump in this season. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. Everybody survived. It's good. No worries, man. Everything will be alright.
Very difficult conditions right now. Good job on playing it safe.
Today very, very difficult condition.
Let's take a look at the standings so far through this competition. We are currently on standby. Stay tuned.
Well, we've got the dreaded south wind. On the way from the hotel this morning, it looked pretty good. The trees were calm. There was a balloon launched over Saint-Jean, about 20 miles to the west, and I thought, that's great. Anyway, we turned the corner on the road, the drop zone, and the windsock is blowing from the east, which of course gives us trouble with the trees down the side of the course. It was okay to start. We were a little late in starting because we had a few technical issues with the computers and the sensors. We got started, and as I had feared, and it seems to be the pattern, the winds have just picked up too much. They're actually technically below the limit, but because we have the trees, we have the turbulence, and it becomes a safety issue. So after 2 loads, we've had to shut it down, and everybody's on standby. So I don't anticipate that it's going to drop anytime soon, but we have to hope.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
Matteo, can you tell us how you feel being here?
Hey man, it feels really good to be here. It's quite a big thing for us and a big thing to represent your country. It's exciting. I've learned more in probably the past 2 weeks than I have in the past year about canopy piloting. A lot's changed. It's really interesting to be down at sea level. We used to jumping at 4,000 feet up at Pretoria Skydiving Club. But yeah, it's super exciting and people have been great, and I'm glad to be here.
Can you tell me what the difference is between jumping at 4,000 feet or compared to here at sea level?
It's the difference between swimming through soup and flying through air vapor.
Okay. So in layman's terms, that means
it's a lot slower.
A lot
slower. I needed to strap on tons more lead.
Okay.
And yeah, but it's been a great learning curve. I mean, you got to do it, right? So
yeah,
very interesting.
So we had a chat last night about something that you went through in the past year.
Yeah.
You're a survivor of cancer.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah. In about October last year, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. And a very treatable cancer, but a cancer that's typically found in men between the ages of 15 and 35. So one of the objectives of coming out here, in this week was to raise awareness for testicular cancer and get people to understand where it is and just understand how to kind of just to check for it, really. I just want dudes to know that they need to check for this type of stuff between 15 and 35, And it's a very treatable kind of disease. So it's a curable, 100% curable disease, 95% of the time. And I finished chemo in December, and it's been a dream of mine to represent my country. I'm glad to be here,
So you're doing well, you're excited to jump, feel good about the competition?
I feel good about the competition. The conditions are extremely tough. As you've just heard, they've just cancelled the loads after hours and closed the course, but I am excited to jump, always excited to jump no matter what the conditions are. But it's just learning these conditions and just having fun,
Well, very, very motivational, very powerful. Thank you very much. Congratulations on your recovery, and best of luck at the competition.
Thank you, man.
Here with Team South Africa, Matteo Pagani.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
We got Team Australia over here from down under.
It's awesome. It's great to be in Canada. It's the hosts here have put on a great show for us. We just hope the weather's going to play the game, and it's good to see all the Aussie team looking good here, and we're ready to go.
How's the training in Australia been over the past couple months? Have you guys all been pushing hard, getting ready for this comp?
I haven't, but they have.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, so we did a few jumps, pulled a few strings, so it was really great.
Yeah. We've all been here for about 10 days, though, getting as much in as we can. Thanks very much to the Australian Parachute Federation for helping us out there.
Okay, so you do get a lot of support from your country.
We got the best parachute federation in the world.
Okay, so we've heard a pretty moving story regarding an Australian jumper and how you're being supported today.
Yeah, Michael Vaughan was an ex-teammate of ours. He's pretty much the best Australian skydiver we've ever had in every discipline. He passed away a couple of years ago, unfortunately, but in his will he left the whole team, not just us, but the free flyers, the rail workers, everybody. He left $100,000. So we're very grateful to him and his family for the opportunity that he gave us. He allowed us to spend it on training, on travel, on fixing our gear, and as Australians we actually we gave a ticket to every other competitor here that knew Michael as a token of good sportsmanship from him, and they were very appreciative of that, and we all just went up and did a jump for Michael and had some fun, because that's what he would have done.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
We're here with Team Great Britain.
I like being in Canada. Can't do much worse than this.
And how do you feel?
It's nice to be back here again. We were here last year. Martin's got a pretty amazing drop zone. He puts in a lot of effort, and it's a pleasure to come here and compete.
Who's the youngest competitor on the team?
That'd be me, yeah.
How old are you?
23.
23. Is this your first world meet?
World Championships, yeah. I was here for the World Cup last year.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit about the training in Great Britain? How many swoop ponds do you have? Where's your accessibility go to that?
Well, we have one pond, and in fact it's only been there for the last 3 years, I think, down in Dunkirk in southwest of England. Before that we were having to compete over in Germany on a military base out there in Rappa, which is considered British land. But now we're lucky enough to have the one pond. So a lot of the training happens throughout the country, like just over grass, but then we converge on nationals down in the pond, and that's where we compete.
We got the one and only Team New Zealand over here, the Kiwis.
We all help each other out. Jason's the newest, so we all kind of help him. The other, we're pretty much the same. We didn't really need to say that, but yeah, we're pretty much the same. So we've all just been helping each other out, and if you get to see each other's runs and training, or now even in the comp, it's nice to just give a little bit of feedback. Definitely helps for the following runs.
So it's winter right now in New Zealand. Can you guys jump, or how do you get your training in for this competition?
Well, we've got no pond in New Zealand, Bo, so we don't really get to train anywhere. So winter in New Zealand, I guess the boys back home are jumping. It's a little bit chilly. Hi, boys back home. It's really sunny here, 30 degrees. We're living the dream, eh? Where's training come from? We have to fly all the way to Aussie. These guys work in, Reese works in Dubai, so he gets to play on the pond a lot more than we do. And for us guys, we just pretty much swoop grass and come and swoop ponds when we get training camp.
Yeah. Woo. Welcome back. All right, it's Tuesday evening. Unfortunately, the winds are still blowing, and they're still blowing out of that south direction, which is not the ideal direction for this course. So our competitors are just here hanging out, having fun. You know, it's fun here. You get competitors from over 20 different countries, 25 exactly. So lots of people to mingle with, lots of new faces to see, lots of new friends to make here. Hopefully the winds will calm down enough for us to finish round one of the speed event. However, we'll find out later. If not, we'll be ready to go tomorrow morning. Wheels up at 7 a.m. Stay tuned to Skydive TV. Buzz, can you tell us what happened?
Well, Bo, I was hoping that the wind was going to drop sufficiently for us to get the 3 plane loads we need to finish round 1 of speed. I got them all ready, primed up. They were in the loading area, and I was watching the windsock closely, plus the direction, and all things taken together, I just wasn't comfortable sending them up. So erring on the side of caution, called it for the day.
We just heard from the meet director, Buzz Bennett. We are officially done for the day. Unfortunately, the winds didn't cooperate. They didn't come down enough, and they're still out of that south direction, which leads them right over the trees, creating too much turbulence in the landing area. So tomorrow, we are starting again with the speed event, wheels up at 7 a.m. Competitors are gonna head back, get some dinner, hopefully rest up, not party too hard, because tomorrow the competition rolls on with speed. We'll see what comes next. Stay tuned to Skydive TV for all the action from the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. I'm Bo Reeby. Cheers.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
Good morning and welcome back to the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. Load 1 is going up. We are redoing the jumps for our speed competitors from yesterday that need the re-jumps due to the wind or technical difficulties. So, the weather's looking alright right now. Jumpers are getting on the plane. We'll watch them come in. Good morning, it's Wednesday. Thanks for watching Skydive TV. Hey, I'd like to explain a little bit about how this speed event is judged and what the rules are behind it. So the competitors have to fly through an entry gate. It's 2 buoys about 10 meters apart. And as they fly through, it triggers a start sensor, which starts the timer. They then have to make a left 75-degree turn, staying through the course in between the buoys and a part of their body below the top of the buoy. And then at the exit gate, there's a similar sensor which stops the timer. So the point is to get from the start gate to the exit gate as fast as they can. That's how the speed event works in a Canopy Piloting Championships.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel.
Round 1 of the speed event is complete. 80 jumpers went through. We have 1 re-jump to do. Hopefully the winds will calm down later today because right now they are blowing again, just like yesterday. We're gonna hang out throughout the day, see what happens. We'll talk to the meet director here in a little bit. Cross our fingers for better weather here at Parachutism Nouvelle Air at the World Championships of Canopy Piloting. I'm here with the friendly meet director, Buzz Bennett. Buzz, what's going on right now?
The wind, and they're coming from the south, which is the absolute worst direction. And I've been monitoring it now, and it's showing over 6 meters a second, occasionally gusting over 7, and of course 7 is our absolute limit anyway. So in about 5 minutes, I'm going to be giving an announcement about releasing them for several hours, because the forecast from the flight service station and my expert weather guru John the pilot, it's only going to get stronger as the day wears on.
Check out the crowd we have out here. All for Andrew Wolf. Yeah! Andrew! 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 Yeah, awesome. After all day waiting around for your re-jump, you just did it. How's it feel?
Oh, it's nice to get it out of the way. It's nice to be a scoring one. I took it pretty easy on that one. I made sure I got it. But it's nice after, I think it was like 9-10 hours.
Is it tough waiting around all day?
Oh, definitely. Just to keep in the right mindset and keep positive and just keep being in a good mood. You know,
Awesome.
it takes a lot to do that, but
well done. Waited around all day. Your friends had a little gift for you. They were all chanting for you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Andrew Wolf. Finally, we're finished with round 1 at the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. I'm here with the event judge for the speed event, Bernard. We waited around all day and finally we were able to finish speed. What does that mean? How do you feel now?
As I said, we finished the first round after an whole day. I'm happy. First, there's no problem with the competitors, no injuries, and my judges panel is good. I can say that, it's good, pretty good. And I'm happy, and now I have to post the results for the competitors, and after that maybe a beer.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
And the results after round 1 of the speed event. here with Dr. Rainer Henley, the president of the IPC. Sir, what is your position for this event?
For this event, I choose to be one of the judges here, not one of the major judges like event judge or chief judge. I'm just a regular judge because that's what I like to do.
How is this event going? How is it here in Canada for the World Championships?
For the World Championship, we have the second event here, and we had a good pre-run last year. And this year, competition-wise, it started out fine, but weather-wise, we're not very favored by the weather gods. But we'll do what we can, and the conditions otherwise are very well prepared.
How does the IPC support an event like this?
The IPC is basically providing the rules, the knowledge, the expertise for having an event like this, and supported basically only by the technical experts.
So there's a lot of pre-planning that goes into this event?
It's more planning by the organization because the rules demand that, for example, the course is set up in a specific way for the three disciplines we're doing. And so the major part of this competition is preparing a good course and, of course, preparing good aircrafts for hauling skydivers up to do the event.
Are you part of the selection committee that chose Parachutism Nouvelle Air for this World Championship?
By the time the bid was granted to Farnham, I was not the IPC president. I was the first vice president of IPC, and I can tell you that the majority have voted for Farnham, and so did I.
I have the privilege of being here with Michelle Matt Stotine and Brian Cole. Can you both explain what your role is in this event?
I'm the executive director for the Canadian Association, so I'm here representing the host country, but I'm also helping Brian with the in-time system.
And I'm the chair of the IT committee for the CSPA, and part of the role of that is to sometimes go around to these competitions and run the electronic scoring platform that we have here.
So you're the man who has to fix all the problems when they arise, huh?
Hopefully we keep those to a minimum, but yes, I'm usually running around like a crazy person.
Okay, what does it mean to you, and you both being representatives of the CSPA, to have this event here in Canada?
I think it's a really awesome experience. I mean, we have tons of athletes that have always been representatives of Canada in other countries, and to have everybody back here in our home country representing is really amazing.
I echo those sentiments, but it's great to see our athletes competing on home turf, and seeing really the best of the world coming to our country, and it's quite an honor for us to be able to host this.
Enjoy your time here. It's a beautiful country. We hope to see you guys all again. As our Canadian boys would say, go hard.
Everybody, welcome to Canada. We're glad you're here. Have a great meet and stay safe.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
We're here with Team Ireland, the one and only, Aaron Cosby. Aaron, how's it feel being over here representing your country?
Yeah, it feels great. It's good to get back. I was here last year for the World Cup, and it's great to come back. Familiar faces, see the boys. The level of swooping's is always great. So it's great to see the big dogs do it, to learn what you can, and yeah, it's just great to be back. Thanks to Barbell Fury that sponsored us. Thanks to the PAI, the Parachute Association Ireland, who've helped out this year for help out with costs. But that's it.
Wonderful. Team Ireland, Aaron Cosby. I hope the crack is mighty for you up there. It's Wednesday evening here in Farnham. we were able to finish round 1 of the speed event. So at least we have 1 round complete here at the World Championships. The weather has not been cooperating, but our jumpers are hanging on. They're staying optimistic. We're staying optimistic. You try and stay optimistic with us at home. We're gonna come back tomorrow morning, ready to jump early in the morning with a distance event. So stay tuned with Skydive TV. My name is Bo Reeby. Thank you and good night.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
Thanks for tuning back in. My name's Bo Reeby here with Skydive TV. I'm at the World Championships of Canopy Piloting. It's day 3, and unfortunately the situation is just as it was yesterday. It's windy, it's cloudy now, the winds are coming from the south over the trees, so it's not a very ideal direction. Our competitors are hanging out at home. We're gonna hope that these winds calm down throughout the day. We'll see. Thanks for sticking with us. As soon as we get started here at Parachutism Nouvelle, we're going to be doing the distance event. So the competitors are going to fly as far as they can from that start gate before touching the ground for the distance event. Stay tuned with us here at Skydive TV. We'll bring you the action once we start going. With Kurt Bartholomew. Kurt, obviously today's been a long day waiting in the rain, but can you tell me about how the competition has been? Obviously the weather's been tough. How's that affect you?
It doesn't affect me too bad. We kind of learned a few years ago when we started competing in Dubai, because they strung it out over 2 weeks, and the guys that went there for the first handful of years, we learned how to turn it on and off and sit around for a while, do 1 or 2 jumps a day, so it's not too bad.
Do you have a certain mindset on these downtimes? Like when you're waiting around, is there anything you do to distract yourself or keep yourself ready for when the competition will start?
Yeah, you just try to get out of competition mode and just hang out, joke around with friends, get on the computer, read a book, whatever, just to kind of take your mind off of it.
Cool. Yesterday, at the end of the day, we finally got to finish up round 1 of the speed event. Can you tell me about your jump and the details around it?
Yeah, the conditions were pretty gnarly. It was super windy. There was a lot of wind shear going on. My run wasn't too great. My turn itself wasn't that bad. It wasn't super deep or anything. It's just it kind of almost came down to the luck of the draw right when you came in, exactly how the winds were, because they were coming over a big copse of trees. So some people got luckier than others. Yeah, and I was a little out of position, which didn't help, but yeah, didn't go very well. How
do the rules play to, you say somebody got lucky, some people didn't, like, are there rules set to prevent that?
No. There's a few rules to kind of help with that. But over a 9-round meet, it kind of there's give and take for everybody, so it kind of evens itself out. But unfortunately here, if we don't get all 9 rounds, which is kind of looking like that, that might not happen. So I might not have a whole lot of jumps to climb back up. So.
I've heard of a protest being filed for a certain jump. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was just a protest was filed. Basically, the conditions were so marginal. We were only sending 1 or 2 loads and then having to shut down. And the protest was kind of filed to try to avoid that in the future. If the conditions are that marginal, it's not the safest thing to be going up. We're jumping sub 70 square foot canopies at up towards 3.5 points on the wing loading. So if it's that sketchy, if it's to the point where we're having to actually see the turbulence affect the parachutes visibly, we probably should have already stopped jumping. So we were just, it was filed just to kind of prevent that from happening again.
All right, so tomorrow, let's say that we get the distance and Zonac in. Which is your favorite?
Definitely Zonac. Distance is my weakest of the 3 events. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to some zone act to help climb back up.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
We're here with Team Spain's competitor, Pablo Hernandez. Pablo, how is it going through this competition? Obviously, the weather has not been, what we want, but you're a very seasoned and experienced competitor. Does this rattle your nerves at all, having to stay on the ground so much?
Man, it's a little bit frustrating. We have 4 days to do this event. We have already done like 3 days here. The weather is definitely not cooperating. If it's not the wind, then it's the rain, or wind coming from just the wrong direction where we have a tree line creating turbulence. Mm-hmm. So we just have 1 day left and a little bit of an evening today. Let's see what we can do.
What do you want to see happen? We have a day and a half left, just like you said. So in a perfect world, perfect conditions, what would happen?
You know what, man, to me, if it's not a 9 round, it doesn't really show the potential of the competitor, Mm-hmm. Like on a 9 round event, you can really see who is consistent for those 9 jumps. Mm-hmm. Like what I see happening right now is that maybe we might have a 3 round event or a 4 round event, and with those 3 or 4 rounds, we're gonna have a world champion. And like good for him, but 3-4 rounds is not.
It's not the same.
It's not the same game, right?
Okay, so yesterday we were able to finish up round 1 of the speed event. If that's all we get, then we have a world champion of speed after 1 round. And the winds were tricky, the weather was tricky. Can you tell me a little bit about how your jump went?
So all I can say is that yesterday we had winds coming from that south direction where we have a tree line. It was quite bumpy and turbulence. And you know what, like the guy who won the round, he was the best. He did the best jump, he got the best score with the worst conditions, worst weather conditions, so like he totally deserved it, In my case, I did a good turn, good placement, good height, good depth, everything good. Went for the entry gate, it didn't work. I felt a lot of bad sheet air. Okay. Rear risers were not working properly, and then just got an average score of 79. But at the end of the day, I'm walking, I'm going back home, and we can try all this again.
Okay. Okay, so back to that jump. You said that the winds were weird, that the canopy wasn't flying how it normally would. How do you as a competitor get the rules to help you, get a re-jump or something like that? Is that a possibility in a situation like this?
Man, like it's not time to complain anymore, right? Like all I know is that it's very frustrating when we have a strong wind coming from a direction where it's covered by a tree line, like a 20-meter tall tree line, very bumpy, very turbulent. It's a little bit of a gamble, but all I can say is that whoever wins here, he's gonna be the best pilot, He's gonna be the best one playing with the conditions, with the weather, best technique, best lack, just all around the best.
Do you care to comment on the protest that was filed?
If
just the details of it?
Yeah, all I can say about that protest is that we had a round with those again, like it's with those winds coming from the tree lines, from the tree line. The winds were strong, the conditions were not great, almost unsafe to my eyes, because not all the competitors here have 15,000 jumps, So it was a little bit unsafe to my eyes, but nothing happened, no accidents, no injuries. You know, we are here.
That's what's important.
Yeah, so that was the protest about. It was just the wrong timing to send a round up there with bad weather conditions, you know.
Okay. Well, you heard it from Pablo. Fortunately, everybody's safe. Everybody's walking, smiling, despite the rain. Good luck tomorrow or this evening whenever the jumping continues. Team Spain's Pablo Hernandez.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
I have Ian Bobo over here from Team USA. Ian, the weather has not been what we want. Can you tell me how that affects your mindset as a very experienced and seasoned competitor?
It's do it enough and you learn how to turn it off and turn it on kind of thing. So you don't get too worked up when it's like this and just wait till your opportunity really and then turn it on kind of thing. So it's just part of the game really. It's not not anything other than, it's not worth spending energy on things you can't control, and eventually you learn that, you know.
You are sitting in first place for the speed event after round one. Congratulations, good work.
Thank you.
How did you do that? How did you pull that off when the winds were so tricky and the weather was so difficult?
To be honest with you, it was, you know, like conditions were up and down for everybody, you know. I didn't have the best situation. I just kind of made it work. You know, I actually felt, I felt a lot of turbulence just in the bottom half of the, you know, like the bottom half of the rollout, and basically kind of had to just make it work, force it through the course. I'm fortunate enough to carry a lot of speed and get a good time just by nose, you know, over some of the other competitors. So.
As a professional, when you feel turbulence, what do you think in your mind?
I'd say it's more, if it depends on where it's happening. Like if it's happening up high and you're in the turn, then you start kind of processing, well, if it's this bad this high, then it's going to be really bad down lower, you know, that kind of thing. And it's actually like causing inputs to move and that kind of thing. But when it happens really low, like it did, it's just reaction. You just react. You don't have time to think. You just react to whatever you need to do to keep the wing over your head or bail out or whatever you got to do. So yeah.
Moving forward into tomorrow and possibly this evening of jumping, what are you going to be focused on? What are you going to be focusing on?
One round at a time. You know, whatever. We don't really know even, you know, hour by hour what event we're going to be doing. They might be switching from distance, they might be going back to accuracy, so just kind of wait for your time and wait for things to start moving and then try and get in the right headspace. So I mean, just practice what you train. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
What's your best event?
I really like accuracy a lot, and to me it puts it all together. It's like you have to control the power you bring to the game. You have to show finesse on the water and control with your foot drag, and you have to place your parachute at a very specific spot. So even though power events are fun, I feel like it's a little bit, I don't have to think as hard with the accuracy event. I just feel like I just have to kind of like do it, you know, that kind of thing. And that's a good space to be in for a pilot, is just like not thinking, it's just happening, and you find yourself in the process, you know. So.
All right, we have Ian Bobo, master of speed, master of finesse as well. We'll watch him come in as soon as the weather clears. Good luck with the rest of the competition. Thank you for chatting. Ian Bobo with Team USA. I'm here with Team France. How does it feel being here representing France at the World Championships?
It's really good. It's awesome. We just missed the good weather now.
How has the weather been affecting the team mentality?
Oh, the team mentality stays strong, but you have to be patient and wait.
How are you keeping yourselves upbeat and ready to go?
We play PlayStation, like you could say, or we go fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah.
Where at?
At the Yamaska River, not that far.
Okay.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel.
And the results after round 1 of the speed event.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
Here with the meet director, Buzz Bennett. Buzz, what's going on? The weather's clearing up.
The weather is clearing up and the wind is staying down, so finally we're going to launch in about 10 minutes for a round of accuracy, which will take about an hour, and if Mother Nature plays ball, we'll get it done.
Good job. It's been a long day. Best of luck to the competitors. Anything to say?
Yeah, best of luck, jump safely, and it has been a long day. They've been cooperative and patient, but now it's happening.
Wonderful. Thank you, Buzz Bennett, meet director. Let's go watch round 1 of the Zonac event. Round 1 of the Zonac event is about to go up. Hey Dimitri, how are you feeling?
Fine, thanks.
Mateo, how's the weight been?
Hey man, it's been good. It's now great weather, so looking forward to going up. Yeah.
Miles?
Yeah, it's been a few days waiting, but we're pretty excited. We're ready to go.
Ready to go. How do you feel about Zonac?
I'm glad. It's quite a bit of a downwind right now, so it'll be exciting. I'm going to take it really deep. Be sure not to overshoot the course. So yeah, we're ready.
Martin, Zonac, what do you think about that?
I'm going to drag the 4 gates, stand up in the box, and flow the mullet.
Yes. Good. All right, Reese, it's been a long time since you've jumped. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, not bad actually. I like zone accuracy, so let's go.
Perfect. Chris, how are you feeling on Zonac?
I'm pretty glad that I just smashed out one training jump right now. So, I mean, I think I'm over-prepared, if anything. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's a shame you can't get better than 100, really.
Does the slightly downwind conditions throw you off at all?
Bo, I hate Zonac and I love the power rounds, so bit of downwinds, just got to bring it deep and take it home and stand up in the box.
All right. Benoit, how are you feeling going into round 1 of Zonac?
Pretty good. I'm excited to jump, actually. It's been a while. Yeah.
Yes, I feel good. Just put some scores and try stand up.
It'll feel pretty good to do something, finally a jump, in first jump in 2 days, I think. So looking forward for it.
Good. Manny, has this weight thrown you off your game at all?
Well, no, we got to kind of get used to this. You know, it's part of what we do. We choose to kind of like be part of a competition that has such formats. So, you know, you got to keep it together up in there too. And, you know, we go whenever they tell us to go.
So how are you feeling now?
Feeling great, man. The weather's looking good. You know, the winds are, you know, like looking pretty light, and it should be fun for sure. Let's do it.
All right, round 1 Zonac going up. The weather's cleared. It's finally time to jump here at the FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. Good luck, everybody. Thank you. Woo!
Let's go!
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960. This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel. This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
And here are the current standings after round 1 of Zonac. Competitors just finished Zonac. We're moving straight into the distance event. Let me explain a little bit how it works. way down behind me, you can see 2 buoys in the middle of the pond. They have to drag the water, put a foot in the water, dip a toe in the water before those buoys, and then they have to keep their body below the buoy line to the second set of buoys. Once they get to that second set of buoys, they can try and lift their canopy up. You'll see a lot of them lean forward and fly as far down this course as they possibly can get. The current world record is held by Nicholas Batch. It is 169.19 meters. The current female record is 164 meters, held by Cornelia Mihai. She is jumping in this competition. We'll see if maybe she's out to get another world record.
Let's go!
Thanks for bearing with us today. We know that the weather didn't really cooperate, but it did clear up and it ended up being a pretty beautiful evening. We were able to finish round 1 of the Zonat competition, and we got partway through our distance event. Stay tuned with us here at Skydive TV as we bring you more action, more coverage, more skydiving tomorrow. I'm Bo Reeby. Good night.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel.
Good morning and welcome back to Skydive TV. It's the final day of the competition. Load 1 is going up. It's early morning. The winds are actually cooperating right now, so we're all getting pretty excited here. It's going to be a good day. The winds will transition a little more from the west, so even if it picks up, it's not that poor south direction. Let's watch our competitors come in for the first round of the distance run here at the World Championships of Canopy Piloting.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
Maxine, how was your jump?
It was a distance is normally a strong suit. It wasn't as good as my normal distance. We've definitely got some push coming over the trees, and I had to fix my offset, and that took a little power out of it. But it's a score on the board, and we're on standby again now, so we'll play the waiting game, and fingers crossed we get it finished.
How was your first round?
Not so good, not so good.
Why?
The wind condition is no good. When I came to the gate, it was pushing the canopy above me, so I don't like it.
How was your first round?
Hey, quite good. I would like to be after the sand, but I landed in the sand, you know, because the conditions here are pretty tough. So it's not flying so fast. Oh, maybe hope we will make some more rounds, so we can get better.
How's your first round?
Well, at first I thought it was really good. I got the box and then realised we're doing distance, so not so great. A bit weak sauce, yeah.
Yeah, he was dragging all the gates. So you got all the water gates, didn't
all the
you?
water gates, stand up in the box, and so I guess you're doing distance.
First place, awesome distance round. How did it feel?
Felt pretty good, man. The conditions a bit tricky, a little bit of sink into the pond, but yeah, felt really good. Bit early to call it yet, saying first. I mean, there are a few big hitters to come, but we'll see how it goes.
How does it feel when you're coming through and you feel turbulence? What do you think?
Well, we get a lot of conditions like that back home, man. So you know, pretty used to bumpy conditions. So that's a bit nerve-wracking, but you just got to get on with the job.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
Claudio, what's it mean to be here for you?
For me, it's a very special occasion. It's my first time in an international competition like this, so I'm very happy to be here. And well, hopefully we can do some more jumps for sure.
Is the skydiving scene in Chile very big, or are you the first competitor in the Canopy Piloting to go to a world meet?
Some guys doing before, and this time is growing up very fast, the skydiving in Chile and in South America for sure. But not many people going on the competing way, you know. So yeah, I'm very happy to follow this way for sure.
Do you get support from a drop zone or a federation, a parachuting federation in Chile?
Yeah, luckily I have support from my federations, from a couple of sponsors, Monosport and Turbulenza show, and well, for sure, and many of the things I pay for myself. I'm my biggest sponsor.
I'm lucky to be standing here with all the judges, the people that make this event happen. You are the event judge for the distance round, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Craig Bennett from Australia.
Perfect. Can you explain to me what an event judge does?
An event judge makes sure that the correct scores are going up. Yeah, we're making sure that everything is correct coming off the course and getting up onto the board. Yeah.
And where does that happen? What happens in this tent?
In this tent here we have our scorers who are entering the scores into the system to be displayed. We're recording the scores out there. We relay the scores by radio back to here. They enter them in. After the event is finished, we confirm that what they've put down is what we recorded and that everything is correct. Once it's correct, we are putting them up as official scores.
Great. Do you know how many different countries we have represented within the judging panel? There's quite a few, isn't there?
Quite a few.
Wonderful. So we have Australia. Can you all just tell me where you're from?
Finland.
Peru, South America.
Canada.
France.
Sweden.
Representing Austria.
Canada.
Canada.
Germany won.
Here from the UK.
Czech Republic.
Germany too.
Poland, ex-South Africa.
Okay. And Krissa? All right. Bjorn, as the chief judge, what would you like to say to the competitors as we move into the final day?
Yeah, hopefully it stays safe. That's the most important thing. And that to do a good performance, and the best performance wins.
We're getting closer to the finish line, and we're doing our best to deal with the not so good weather conditions we have. We have beautiful weather here, but we have a little bit too much wind. And I'm hopeful. I believe that we're going to be able to finish today this competition, which is well organized and it's well run also, and we have a great crowd of competitors here. So everything's very, very fine.
If we are able to finish the distance round, what does that mean in terms of an overall world champion?
It means we're doing 3 disciplines. If you have the results, then the combined results, they determine who is the overall winner in the Canopy Piloting event. The individual champions are determined by the discipline speed, distance, and accuracy.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
Are we in standby right now due to the direction of the winds, or are we hitting the limit?
No, it's actually staying below the limit with the odd gust above the 7 meters a second, and that's only relevant if they're actually on their approach and going through the course. So generally speaking, it's not high enough from a limit point of view. The issue is, again, it's out of the south and it's coming over the trees, and there's turbulence out on the course, which affects the canopies and their flight, and it is potentially, a safety issue. So we're erring on the side of caution, even though it's the last day and we're kind of under pressure. Can we get this done?
Okay. Priority number 1 is to finish the distance round.
Finish the round of distance,
but
whatever else.
Safety first always,
Safety
right?
first.
Can you tell me about your position and what it entails?
The jury president is actually the boss of the composition. I'm president of a team of 3 people, and we look at everything on the competition, if the rules are followed according to the contract, according to the competition rules, according to the rules of the FAI. So it's it doesn't look like we're doing a lot, but we're just looking at the organization, the meet director, safety, etc., to make sure that everything is according to the books.
Are you involved with rule changes if rules ever need to be adjusted or changed?
That's not my role here, but within the IPC I'm in a committee which also takes care of that. So yeah.
How's this event going?
To be honest, the circumstances are really difficult. The weather is not cooperating, but the meet director and the organization is doing its best to get this meet completed. And personally, I keep my fingers crossed, and we hope we manage. Yeah.
Good weather is what we need. If we have a successful distance round, then the competition will be valid. Is that correct?
The competition is valid. Then it's valid. Okay. Right now we have speed and accuracy, and again, fingers crossed. Yeah. And if anyway, we have medals for those 2 events.
Wonderful. Yeah. The competitors petitioned to change the end time from 3 p.m. this afternoon to 5 p.m. Is that right?
That's not the competitors, that was the meet director because of the weather situation. And we as a jury decided that would be okay, provided that all competitors agree with this change. Because it's a change in the bulletin which affects the competitor scores, etc.
And I heard that because of this change, there are no more speed rounds. Can you tell me a bit about that?
That was a requirement put up by us because when the decision was made, then if a speed round would be done, a second speed round, it could affect the standings. And again, that would be unfair. Like the people who are in the medal-winning positions right now, they could say, "Hey, because of this, I might lose my medal." So that's a proviso we included. It's a clause, yes or no, for the extension.
Professional skydivers turn professional soccer players right here. We're on wind hold again. Canopy piloting, swooping, its speed, its accuracy, its distance, only if the weather allows it. So we're getting close to the end of the competition. Time is running out. Hang with us. We're gonna cross our fingers that hopefully we can get some more jumps in, finish up the distance round. We'll see. Stay tuned here with Skydive TV. You're watching the World Championships of Canopy Piloting.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NZ Aerosports, the creators of Icarus and Daedalus canopies proudly made in New Zealand.
The winds have calmed down enough. We're gonna send the rest of the distance round number 1. We have 41 competitors left to go. We're gonna hope that the winds stay down. Let's watch them go. How's the weather affected you? Are you ready for round 1?
I'm ready. I'm always ready. The weather is not good, but I'm ready.
Okay. Cornelia, how do you feel about round 1 of distance?
I mean, I'm happy that it's finally happening, and I hope we find out who will do the best in these conditions.
Yeah, it's a hard wind condition, so we hope we have a good, nice jump. So,
what's your strategy for performing best in these conditions?
Yeah, we had some training jumps in this condition, so we are quite familiar with the wind situation, luckily. And yeah, hard on gate, maybe a little bit breathing before you turn, and then see what's happened, huh?
Deep and low. Well, it's going to be an interesting round. Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel good. All day relaxed and waiting, and now we jump. Woohoo! Yeah, man, it's good. Will be good day, inshallah.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a long time for this, so hopefully we'll get a good long score to the road.
Timmy, you've been waiting around all day long. Does that affect you?
It does. I'm a little bit tired, lazy.
Yeah.
So it's gonna affect the jump a lot, I think.
Okay. Are you excited about moving in around 1 distance with this strong headwind?
I'm excited if it keeps under the limit, yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about round 1?
Great, feel awesome.
Happy to go?
Absolutely not, but yes.
Okay. What's going through your mind?
It's too long waiting, but I'm ready. It's just a training for me, yeah.
Perfect. Matt, you've waited around all day. How's that affect you?
I'm just anxious to get in the air. The wind condition's kind of awful for distance, but just got to get the run of my life. Got maybe one chance with it. So.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hey, how are you feeling about your final round?
I will hope and I will happy if it's not final round.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Paul, round 1 distance, you waited around all day long. What are you thinking now?
I'm thinking I did my best to hide from the interview, but you caught me anyway. And, but we're super excited to be up off the floor from inside and waiting around, and you know, it's tough on everybody waiting around for this long. Everybody's tired. Everybody's ready to go deal with the banquet and have some fun on that level. But I'm super excited about getting into this round and
ready to jump.
I wish everybody the best of luck, and we're going to go tear it up.
Perfect. Here with Team Australia, guys, you've been waiting around all day. How does that affect you?
Well, we just want to get it all over and done with, but we're happy that we're going to get this round in, and hopefully the conditions stay nice for us. We're just going to charge hard, stay low, and go as far as we possibly can.
Good luck. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Just like Bobby said, just want to give it a go and get it done, and hopefully the winds are good. But there's a nice little gust there, so we'll see what happens.
What are your thoughts on the World Championship so far?
It's been interesting.
Yeah.
One of the most interesting ones I've been to, that's for sure.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Paragear, serving skydivers since 1960.
Well, we are on load 3 of this afternoon. The final competitors are doing their distance runs now. You can see behind me, maybe my hair's blowing a little bit. It's pretty windy out here, so we'll see if these distance runs count. However, if they do, it will be a wrap on this competition. We will have finished one round of each discipline, speed, zone accuracy, and distance. So let's hope that these competitors make it through with wins under the limits, and we can call this a successful World Championships.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Fisher Space Pen, American dependability.
Welcome to the medal ceremony for the 6th World Championships in Canopy Piloting. Just before we get started, I would like to thank all of you for your patience and cooperation during the last week in admittedly what were very difficult weather conditions. So a huge thank you from your friendly meet director. We have 2 sets of medals to present, and we will start with speed. Starting with 3rd place from the United Arab Emirates or Dubai, Cornelia Mihai. Second place from the United States of America, Greg Windmiller. First place from the United States, Christopher Ian Bobo.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Manufactory Apparel.
Our joint accuracy champion from France, Eric Philippe. From the United States, Kurt Bartholomew.
Well, there it is. That's all she wrote here at the 2016 FAI World Championships of Canopy Piloting. It was a tough one with the winds. We bared through it. We endured. We were able to finish some skydiving, and all the jumpers are walking away safe, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. Well, this is it from here. Thanks for watching Skydive TV. My name's Bo Reeby, and I'll see you at the Mondial.